talking about a much bigger problem. Because suffice it to say, if you cut public defenders, if you cut defense, then not only are you abandoning the Constitution, but you really are going to eliminate the need for judges. And then everybody can turn the black robes in, because you can't do anything if you don't have defense. And in my mind, that is a very slippery, dangerous, surreptitious slope to be on. So Judge Scudder, as an AUSA, I'm assuming that your docket included both civil and criminal cases, correct?
Mainly criminal.
Okay. And so my understanding is that the priority are the criminal cases because of speedy trial rights. And a speedy trial is dependent upon a qualified defense attorney who can advance a case, who knows the value of a case, who understands pretrial services, and who can work with and manage interpreters, investigators, witnesses, and the prosecution. And investigators and interpreters are also on the chopping block right here. And a case cannot be adjudicated without a defense attorney, without public defenders, without these community public defenders. You can't enter a plea, you can't even go to trial without a defense attorney. And these cuts, for the record, these cuts, public defenders, CGAs, well, not CGAs, but public defenders and community defenders, would stabilize the courts and upend your calendars, because the cases that have to move the fastest would stall, and those are the criminal cases. And I want to say, in 23 and 24, there were 66,000 criminal cases filed and 113 pending. There were 347,000 civil cases filed and 633,000 pending. And you know who needed public defenders? The January 6ers. I want to enter into the record, Mr. Chair, from the national memo. Public defenders do more for January 6 suspects than Trump ever will. 60% of the January 6ers had a public defender as their counsel.
Without objection,
thank
be
you.
placed in the record.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chair. I know that my time is up, but I just want to say, even Trump said that it was defense counsel. It was his defense counsel where he learned that the FBI was making mistakes, procedural and substantial misdirection. I'll be nice and say it that. He was able to uncover partisan blind spots and bring them to light because of defense counsel. And Republicans want to cut this money. That is not just stated in the Constitution that people have a right to, but it is the only thing that keeps the courts going. And with that, I yield back.
I thank the gentlelady. I'm now recognize myself. And I'll note that the Criminal Justice Act of 1964 is when we began paying for the defense. So the gentlelady is right that it's become critical, but it also, in fact, is not a constitutional right, is it? It's, in fact, something that our founders, for the first 200 years, did not think that paying for the defense was mandated, that in fact it's the result of a statute. So I hope the gentlelady would share with me that as we are funding something that we created in relatively modern times.